Is it the most famous moment in Premier League history? Certainly the fans here think so. And for the man himself to come back, see his statue, to meet some of the fans, we'll chat to them in just a moment. But I managed to grab a quick word with Sergio when he saw the statue to get his thoughts on what he felt about the likeness, and also to get his memories on what was an amazing moment in Manchester City history. You've seen the statue for the first time. What do you think?
Well, for me it's fantastic, so I'm very happy for this status. So now I'm enjoying, you know. So for me that is special.
Can you tell us what you remember about that famous moment, possibly the most famous moment in Premier League history, scoring that goal?
Yeah, for me that moment is changed my life. It changed the club, everything. But for me, the best moment in my life, no. So that moment always will be in my heart, no.
Khaldoon said that moment changed everything for Manchester City. You went on to win so many trophies, and the club is still winning trophies now. How does it feel to be immortalised in that way?
Khaldoon say the truth. Nah, yeah, for me, I think he have a reason, because after that the next year to win many titles, because we don't know what happened if lose the Premier League that year, no. So for that is that year is changed everything, because the next year to start win more titles, no.
So Sergio Aguero there obviously seems to like the statue, doesn't he? And interesting to hear from him and talking about that moment. Possibly if it hadn't have happened, then where would we be now? It really was a sliding doors moment. Well, I'm joined by some of the Manchester City fans that have come down to see Sergio Aguero. Brian, I've got to ask you first of all, because we'll have a shot of Brian's forearm here. Sergio Aguero has signed it for him. And what's the plan now with that signature, Brian?
Well, I'm going to go down to the Northern Quarter now, and they do walk-in tattoos. So I'm going to get it tattooed and as a bit of a signature on my arm to remind me of 93-20.
How special was that moment as a Manchester City fan?
Words don't do it any justice, not at all. I mean, it just sends all the hairs on the back of your neck just mentioning it. And when you're that near to him, man crush, big man crush.
And what was it like seeing Sergio in the flesh?
Oh, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. We didn't know whether we'd actually get to see him, and to actually see him and get our shirt signed, it was amazing.
There were dozens of fans down here obviously getting shirts signed. We can see one of these special shirts. Now these are limited edition 93-20 shirts that have been made specially for the occasion. If we pull the box out, Martin Tyler's iconic commentary is printed on the box. I won't repeat it, but I'm sure Martin will go down in Premier League history for that moment as well. I can see Sergio's signature. Look, Chloe, what moment was it for you? You were here early doors waiting for him, weren't you?
Got up 5 o'clock this morning, didn't know this would be happening today, so I'm really happy. Proper excited. I even managed to get a shirt, never mind it being signed by the man himself. So it was great, loved it.
What are your memories of that moment, Manchester City's first Premier League title?
Every time I rewatch that clip, shivers, goosebumps, the lot. For years after, it was my dad's ringtone, never forget it. Makes me happy, brilliant game. To the man himself.
And Jordan, I'll finish with you, because again I can see there's a Sergio Aguero signature proudly on that box. You've got one of the shirts too. In Manchester history, in Manchester City history, in Premier League history, we've got the statue here of the moment. What does it mean? How do you remember that? How do you look back 10 years ago today?
It's amazing. Every single time I see the clip, you just remember it, and you remember the feeling it gave you, knowing that it took it away from Manchester United, knowing full well that they couldn't get it and it belonged to us because of just him. It's amazing. It really is incredible for me and for every single person that was watching it.